watching today.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man, before I start this video, let me give a shout out to my man Ingram from BWTM Online TV. Go to his channel. Please subscribe to his channel, man. Very good content out there in the UK. All right, but a video that he did a few days ago on June 13th kind of inspired this video, and I've been meaning to do a video about this topic over the last week or so, man. But then after I seen Ingram's video, everything kind of came full circle with the video I seen today by my man True School Sports. Shout out to him. Go subscribe to his channel as well. Good content down there in Florida. All right, but it kind of came full circle once I seen his video featuring Stacey McKinley. All right, so Ingram's video was just about, in this video right here, he was talking about AJ coming back and how he believes that AJ needs a new pair of eyes in his corner, somebody else to train him. And his pick was James Ali Bashir, which I think is a very good pick. Bashir, spent a lot of time with Emmanuel Stewart. He's from the Crunk Gym. He's trained, helped Emmanuel with Klitschko. He's even training young guys like Vlad Serengo, Usyk, who's a cruiserweight, who's going up to heavyweight sooner or later here. And, he helped train Lennox Lewis. I mean, he has a lot of experience training heavyweights, and I'm pretty sure a slew of other guys who he helped, train and give pointers to in those Vladimir Klitschko camps when they would invite guys like Joshua. And he's worked with Joshua before. Joshua, Dillian White, Malik Scott. You know how Klitschko used to hold those camps, and he would invite, 11 or 12 contender type of guys at his camps, all right? So Bashir spent a lot of time with heavyweights. I agree a lot with what Ingram was saying in the video, man. He needs like that old school, in my opinion at least, especially an American trainer, with that old school dude that knows the tricks of the trade, man. That, that can teach a big man how to tie up on the inside, especially if you're not really, or if you're having trouble with the guy on fight night that is a better inside fighter than you or has quicker hands like the way Ruiz did. Teach your big man how to tie up. Lean your weight over the top of him, a la Vladimir Klitschko and Lennox Lewis. Tire your man out. Put the jab on him. Use your height. I know AJ, and I actually gave him credit for this because I actually thought it was a good thing to do in a couple segments of the fight with Povetkin. But listening to McKinley in True School Sports interview, he had a different opinion. Hey, he's the trainer, man. I think I have a pretty good eye of watching the sport for over 30 years. But he believes that Joshua dropping his height in the Povetkin fight is what hurt him. Got his nose busted, and he was getting busted up in that fight a little bit. Povetkin was landing some shots because you're lowering your height to get down to Povetkin's range. The reason why I thought it was a good move in that fight, because AJ was having trouble fighting tall, so he kind of spread his feet a little bit, spread his legs a little bit, which made him a little bit more flat-footed while he was getting popped. And he decided to let his punches go that way, being he had the longer reach. He felt as if he could still keep Povetkin at bay, although he lowered his height, all right? But initially, I want Joshua to fight like a big man. Use your jab. If you need a break, you're tired, rest with your jab. I used to hear George Foreman always say that, man, rest with your jab. You know what I mean? Rest with your jab, all right? But listen to this interview with McKinley, man. He was breaking it down to a T about everything that he believes that Joshua needs to work on. And listening to Ali Bashir and McKinley, both of these guys come to the conclusion that they don't think he should jump right in the ring with Ruiz again right away. And if he does, he needs to change what's going on in his camp, man. Now, I'm not saying, in my opinion, I don't think you should get rid of McCracken altogether. Maybe, some people may think that he should, but if you're not going to get rid of him and you want to just, remain around people that you feel comfortable around, you at least need a new set of eyes, man. Somebody that's there, they can give you a consultation, something, man. Okay, work on this, work on that. You can still use McCracken in the corner on fight night. Some people think he needs to get rid of McCracken altogether, but if you do keep him, bring somebody else in, man, to where they can supervise most of the camp and your technique and things like that. You can still have McCracken there to hold the mitts and do things like that, still be a voice there, somebody familiar. But I think he needs to switch it up, man. People say, oh, it's only one loss. You want him to blow up everything after one loss? No, guys, it's not about just the one loss. It's about leading up until the one loss, like the Povetkin fight, like the Takam fight, like the Parker fight, where there was things that I think he could have made those fights much easier. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not about just the loss. It's about everything leading up into the loss. But when a guy's undefeated and he wins the fight, people just say, "Oh, he won the fight anyways. We ain't got nothing to worry about." You know what I mean? That's why I always say, even if you win fights, there's still things you can take away to learn, not just when you lose. If you're only learning just when you lose, that's a you're creating an uphill battle for yourself, man. But again, I'm just a guy on YouTube talking shit, right? Um, but I advise you guys go check out both of these videos, man, by Ingram and True School Sports. McKinley, I love listening to him talk, man, because this is somebody McKinley. That's who I think AJ should be with. My choice would be Stacey McKinley. Now I know McKinley trains Trevor Bryan. He was trying to get Trevor Bryan an AJ fight when AJ was looking for an opponent immediately after Jarrell Miller failed his test. Bryan was a name being put out there. Char, Michael Hunter, and then obviously Andy Ruiz Jr. And we know Andy got the fight. All right, but McKinley, at that heavyweight factory, man, I think Josh will get good work. First of all, you're in Florida, beautiful weather, so you can train all year round. You can run. You're in that heat. Um, and McKinley has a history of training heavyweight fighters, man. Shannon Briggs, Trevor Bryan, um, Jamel McCline, Ray Mercer, Tony Tucker, Povetkin, Mike Tyson. I mean, he knows his way around heavyweights, man. And then down there at the heavyweight factory, you don't know who will pop in the gym where you can get knowledge and game from. Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe are at the heavyweight factory. It seems as if damn near every day. So there's boxing minds down there. I mean, you have hundreds and hundreds, probably going on thousands. I mean, if you add all those guys up to sit in that gym, between like Evander and Riddick Bowe and Stacey McKinley and the other trainers whose name I forget right now, plus Shannon Briggs and the other guys that be stopping in over there, there's hundreds of years of just boxing knowledge and pointers and tips going on in that gym. I know some people just look at it like, oh, just these are these are nice interviews at the heavyweight factory. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like knowledge, man. There's so much. I mean, there's like a heavyweight course there at the heavyweight factory, man. There's so much knowledge you can pick up, so many tricks of the trade and tips. And come on, man, Riddick Bowe in the gym right there. You can use him free of charge just to, teach you how to bang, work on the inside a little bit better, or how to handle a smaller man. Or you got Holyfield in there teaching you how to, pivot and move your head, even though you want to go to war, pivot and move your. I mean, there's just so much. And you got Shannon Briggs in there. I mean, I think it'd be a good situation for him. Now, again, uh, you know, AJ says everything is good. He's gonna stay with his team. He seemed like a loyal guy, so I guess they'll go into camp and McCracken to do his best to get him ready for this Andrew Ruiz fight. Maybe they work on some things that we're doubting them and we don't think that they're working on. Who knows? We will see on fight night of their rematch. All right, but if it was my pick, I wouldn't go with Freddie Roach or just some high profile name for the hell of it because it's a high profile name. I would go with somebody that knows how to teach big heavyweights, knows how to deal with know how to deal with smaller heavyweights, and somebody who's trained little heavyweights and know how to deal with big heavyweights. That's Stacey McKinley, man, in my humble opinion. All right. Um, and McKinley brought up something that I brought up, and I, took a screenshot of the video because whenever I would bring this up, especially after Joshua won the title and all that type of thing, people just, oh, you're hating, you're American, and you're hating. But I brought this up over 3 years ago where I thought, in my opinion, that Joshua was doing too much weight training. Here's a video right here I put out April 1st, 2016. I was talking about this, all right? I wasn't just talking about this after June 1st. I've been talking about this for 3 years, and I actually was thinking about it before this video, April 1st, 2016. It just took me a while to do a video about it. But the video is Anthony Joshua in excellent shape, which his physique is great. He's in excellent shape, but is he lifting too many weights? And people are saying, oh, he doesn't lift weights. And I'm saying, like, man, come on, man. Big as that guy, he's not lifting weights. Come on, man, stop it, man. Too much muscle, man. I mean, whatever, man. But I always thought he should be doing more, fluidity and not those lasers and all that cross train. I mean, all that's great. You can can utilize that. But I think majority of your boxing training should be on realistic movements, shadow boxing, hitting the bags, sparring, working on realistic um, movement with your feet, and just realistic drills, man. Not all these lasers and gadgets and all this, Rocky, Ivan Drago type of shit, man. All that movie type shit, man. Again, it's good for cross training and it's good. for physical conditioning, yes, I'll give you that. But I think majority of your time should be spent uh, doing the things that I just mentioned, man. Just more things that have to do with boxing. You want to become a better boxer, do boxing things. You take what I'm saying? Or things that revolve around boxing. But if people believe in the gadgets and the lights and the machines and all this type of stuff, then hey, so be it. I guess it has gotten him this far, but I think to further his career, I think he needs to go back to the old school. I know I brought up Rocky, kind of like when Apollo Creed brought Rocky to that grimy ass gym, and you know what I mean. There's a whole bunch of brothers up in there, Mexican. You know what I mean? Though I mean, bring them to somewhere like that, man. I'm not saying that the Heavyweight Factory is exactly like that, but that knowledge, those that type of sparring, just that type of atmosphere, may help him become a better fighter. All right, but hey, I'm just a dude on YouTube talking shit, man. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gone.